Hello, my name is Julieta. Today I will represent my discourse analysis. I have chosen a tale, Be Brave Little Penguin. First of all, there are three main reasons why I have chosen this tale. The first one, it is teachable for children and has good illustrations that you can see on the screen. Second one, it can be a source of inspiration for trusting parents. And the third one, it can be used for teaching purposes. Here are the main points which I have included in my discourse analysis. Now, starting with a quick overview, I will tell that the story is written by Jason Rea. The actions take place in Antarctic regions, and the main participants are penguins. A little penguin who has some fears, but he wants to swim, and his parents help to overcome his fears, and finally he overcomes and swims. So when we look at the text, some kind of knowledge is activated, creating frames and framing effects. Here is very important to mention cultural knowledge because we have to know some cultural aspects to understand the text. So starting with cohesion, I will analyze both grammatical and lexical cohesion. Starting with grammatical, first of all, I will analyze reference. And so I have found examples of both anaphoric and exophoric references in the text. In case of exophoric reference, you can see that I have found some examples in direct speech, but if they have a high linguistic value, they will be analyzed also in the exit section too. So continuing with grammatical cohesion, now I will bring some examples of substitution and ellipsis. As you can see, in case of substitution, I have found some categories, for example, nouns, also casual. So the main reasons why substitution is used is to avoid repetition. It is the same in case of ellipsis. You can see the examples I have found in direct speech, and the main reasons why it is used is to avoid repetition. So moving to the last part of grammatical cohesion, which is the conjunction part, I have found both paratectic and hypotectic conjunctions. In case of paratectic conjunctions, they are repeating throughout the text. In case of paratectic conjunctions, we can mention some positioning of some hypotectic conjunctions such as if, and also I found some examples of conjunctions combined. Now, starting with lexical cohesion, I will comment on some reiteration techniques. The first one is repetition, which is important to emphasize the message and also show what is important in this particular text. Moving to the synonymy and antonymy, we can see that in case of synonymy, I have found many examples of contextual synonyms because they are the synonyms in this particular text, and they are used especially to avoid repetition also, and also they have some showing some positive and negative feelings. In case of antonymy, you see that I have found some subcategories of antonymy. For example, in case of regrettable, we have got examples like bright, dark, and which are again showing some positive and negative feelings. Moving to another reiteration techniques such as hyperonymy and meronymy, I have found some examples in this text. And finishing with semantic collocations, which are also very important, we can comment on them saying that, for example, in case of positive adjectives or negative verbs and adverbs, they are also creating some positive and negative feelings. So then another section, which is deixis, which is my favorite one. So I have found person, space, and time deixis. In case of person deixis, as I said in the reference section, they are also very important. So I have found first person, second person deixis, pronouns, and in case of time and space, I have found both pure and impure space and time deixis. Here, to understand deixis, it is very important to comment on deictic center. So in this case, we see that we is inclusive because it includes both first person and the second person. And in this particular text, we related to all people who have some fears, and the deictic center will encompasses both we, here, and now. So continuing with referential expressions, we see that I have found definite and indefinite referential expressions, which show relations between participants, locations, or places where the actions take place. And one important example is generic, which is monster, because it is generic and also it can be specific, can have specific value in point of view of cultural knowledge. So continuing with the modality part, I have found both epistemic and deontic modality, but also I found an example of shifting uses In this particular text, can is used as an epistemic and deontic modality, modal verb. So in case of speech acts, I have found both directive and representative. So here, the important thing is that in case of representative speech act, it's indirectly asking or saying penguin to not too afraid to swim. So indirectly, it is directive. So which creates three types of words, which you can see on the screen. So then moving to metaphors, which are also very important. I have found some potential metaphorical expressions in the text, which are creating frames and also creating some, besides frames, knowledge. And here also we can say that, as you see, in case of conceptual metaphors, main target domain is life, which can refer to universal meaning of the story. So then continuing and summarizing what we have analyzed, we can say the text has got pedagogical value and plenty of linguistic resources have very important role for building a meaning, and also the story can be used for discourse analysis in the classroom. Thank you for your attention.